AI is creeping into more and more places across Microsoft 365, and in both Word and OneNote, you now have the ability to transcribe an audio file or a video file into written text, and then you can edit it, and I'll show you that. And you can also dictate in Word, OneNote, PowerPoint, and Outlook, and then it will convert it into text for you as well. And there's lots of things to know, like shortcuts or like punctuation or things like that you can say, and it converts it to that. So my name is David, and I have tons of videos on Word, PowerPoint, Excel, Google Sheets, Zoom, Teams, Power BI. If you're using Tech of the Workplace, I'm covering on my channel. I love talking about the new stuff, like this brand new Transcribe feature. So let's get going. So here we are in Word, and in the Home tab, you have Transcribe. So you can change your language here. I'll show you a list of languages later on, and within English, you can change which one you want. Then you can either start recording or choose upload audio. So if I choose upload audio, you're allowed to choose .wav, MP4, MP3, and M4A. And I choose this one and I press open. It does take a little bit of time. It uploads it to OneDrive. So here it is now. It says transcript is saved. You can close this pane or come back to it later on. So after you've done that, then you can either click here to open it or press play, and it'll toggle through everything that it's doing. You can edit everything that you want. It's labeled everyone as speaker 2. There's a speaker 1 somewhere as well, even though that is actually me, because it's a comedy sketch that I recorded for a comedy show, stand-up comedy.
All right, thank you, Sam. So before we get going, I think we need to address the elephant on my face.
So as you can see, it kind of goes through them, and it doesn't get it exactly right. They actually said the elephant. I was going to say the elephant in the room on my face. So you can edit it. It doesn't get it perfect, but it does a pretty good job instead of actually writing it by hand yourself. And then you can also change the speaker 2. So actually that's going to be me. And now it's changed it all to my name, which is pretty good. Now speaker 1, it hasn't changed that. So I can kind of edit that and see who it is. And then I can toggle and keep going for every little bit of it. You can also add in a thing in the middle, add a section. So you can add just this, or you can add everything if you want to. So I can say I want to add with speakers, with timestamps, and with both, and this is how it will look. So that is pretty much it. You can change the speed of the record and the playback speed. So if you want it to be playing super fast, this is usually what I do.
All right, thank you, Sam. So before we get going, I think we need to address the elephant on my face.
So it is not ideal to listen to, but if you're doing your own work, then I find that it's okay. And then here you can change the volume as well, or you can fast forward and do other things. If you do close out of this, then you can't upload another one unless you kind of clear this one. So if I want to then go to new transcription, then it's saying it's going to erase this, so it won't be editable afterwards. It's the same in OneNote. So this same feature, so it's the same feature in OneNote. You have transcribe and you have record audio as well. They've separated it out there, and you also have dictate. It also works in Word on the web in the same way. I'm not going to show that, but you need a premium version of even Word for the web. This only works with Microsoft 365. It's a brand new feature. In terms of where the document is saved, so on your OneDrive, it creates a folder called Transcribe Files, and this has all of the files like that. You could play them. They might be MP4s or MP3s, whatever, but you can play them and then see. So in terms of dictate, so if you click on that, in settings, you can check which one. So I'm going to choose this one. It's a different one to the one I'm using for my microphone. And then here I'm going to dictate. So, hello, can you hear me? My name is David Benheim. It's not very good with names, as you can imagine, but it's pretty good at knowing that I'm recording this video for my YouTube channel, comma, and then I need to end my sentence, period, new line, new line. So it knows to do those things, and it actually can, as you speak, go back and change the fact that you have done something. So you'll see this happening at some points, and if you talk really, really fast like this, then it does an okay job at picking it up. This works in Excel. Delete last sentence before that. Delete last 2 sentences. There you go. I lied. It doesn't work in Excel. It actually works in Word, PowerPoint, Outlook, and OneNote. Excel is the only one that it doesn't work with at the moment. But it's pretty handy. I sometimes get RSI, repetitive strain injury, when I type too much. So I like to take a break between typing and dictating, and it does an okay job. And sure, then on the fly, I can kind of edit it as well. I definitely don't do just dictation for me. I will do a mixture of dictation and live editing, but you have a whole list of commands that you can do on the website that I'll link to in the description of this video that I'll show you now. So here you have things that you can say like period, full stop, comma, question mark, all those things. I used a couple in the demo. And then editing, backspace, delete word, or something like scratch that, how people sometimes speak when they're narrating, and then phrases, selection, formatting, alignment, bold, capitalize, etc. I don't see myself using these so much, but of course for people with disability, this is super, super useful. And then some things of creating tables and pause dictation, stop dictation. These are pretty good as well. And then here are the supported languages and the preview languages. There is quite a long list, although it's not a complete list. I live, for example, in Cambodia, and the language here, Khmer, is not yet supported. It also doesn't do translations, so you might need to grab it and go to a translation app if you want to dictate in one language and have it spit out in another language. So in Outlook, here it is. And it's got the Alt and Accent Grave shortcut, which is the one on top of the Tab key. And then in PowerPoint, here is PowerPoint has a slightly older version of the software where you have a drop down to choose the language. But PowerPoint should be updating soon to be the same as the other apps. I hope you've enjoyed that video. My name was David Benham, and I have tons of video on Excel, PowerPoint, Google Sheets, Zoom, Teams. If you're using tech of the workplace, I'm covering on my channel. I love talking about the new stuff. Thanks for watching.